It's Alicia, Nora, and Macy on our little green couch.
Ready to talk weekly gossip from behind the chair.
Have a drink or 10 and get ready for the journey.
Join us on the floor with Little Fern.
Hello.
Welcome. Hello there.
I am drinking a wonderful Sauvignon Blanc, as we like to call it.
Can't really get it.
Coffee.
I also have a La Croix, the limoncello. That's one of my favorite flavors. It slaps.
It's a sneak leak.
It's the best. The little lemon, little vanilla. It's a really great beveragino. So welcome on in. Guys.
Let me talk about my drink first.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Alicia wants to talk.
Right.
She didn't also mention she has a water sitting over here as well.
I also have a water. Fuck Macy, moving right over.
Well, this evening, I am actually just drinking water. I made a big secret for all that. I am simply drinking water.
Wow, you couldn't even have like a soda water or something to make it.
Yeah. We're all about hydration, baby. It was just holiday. Well, we had Blackout Wednesday. We had Thanksgiving. We had a weekend of drinking. So I'm drinking the WA.
Was she saying we? I think she's referring to herself.
We as in me.
Have a
Yeah, she's not referring to anyone at this table.
Oh, no. We flip upside down the W and it turns into me. So it is me.
Nice. I'm drinking a high noon peach iced tea with a shot of vodka in it because I haven't had a beverage in a while and I just needed one. So I had to make it kick.
I love that for you.
You added in the shot of vodka?
Mm-hmm.
That's a special. We used to do that at the bar.
Yeah.
Like that was, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When you would really want to amp up your evening or not remember your evening.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I feel like usually it's not remember your evening. After a shot of vodka and a nooner, I mean, all bets are off.
Really?
I mean, I'm a little bit of a lightweight, guys. I don't know if this is like news to you.
I have drank with you multiple times. And yes, I can concur.
I feel like this shouldn't be news. I'm actually working on that right now of pacing myself. Guess what, guys? I actually drink water while I drink this weekend. Big character growth moment for me, for sure.
Amazing.
I think that's something you have to do as you get older to sustain.
Well, yeah. And then also, like, I feel, especially now, where like I won't even drink that much, but my hangover is just so bad. And I'm not even having like the sugary beverages anymore, except for the other night I was having the vodka crayons. But, anyways, I drank all the water, I paced myself, and the next morning I woke up and I said, I'm feeling spry.
We love that for you.
It makes a difference. It really does.
Hydration is key. It really is.
Yeah, I also like to live by like a immediate Tylenol and some carbs when you get home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I also did that. I had some mac and cheese afterwards, which I shouldn't have had, but that's carbs.
When I was growing up, my mom would always get the Panera Asiago bread. Like you can get the whole loaf of bread. I don't even know if you can still do that. But she used to always have that on hand because she used to make her not mac and cheese. I was just thinking about what you were talking about.
Happy.
Her grilled cheeses with that at home. So whenever I would get home from the bar, I would always slather a piece of that with butter and then have my Tylenol and a big old jug of water and then go to bed.
Slather with butter.
Yeah, slather that bitch.
I feel like that was my favorite mealtime thing that I did growing up was like, we wouldn't even toast the bread. We would just have like a piece of white bread and slather that bitch with the country crock butter.
I still to this day eat country crock. I don't care what anyone says. It's so fucking good. It's so spreadable. And I know there will never be another butter out there that is
Doesn't matter. You don't have to take it out of the fridge beforehand and let it like get nice and room temp. No, pull that bitch out of the fridge. She is ready to spread.
She is ready to go. As Lupo informed me, it's not real butter. I don't give two fucks. No, it's not.
It's like it.
It's not.
Well, good for you. It's better than actual cow's milk.
Actually better for you than regular butter for your heart health.
Yeah, get fucked.
So
I use Smart Balance.
You would.
Free.
I'm gonna tell you right now how much I hate Smart Balance because it like doesn't spread, it like does the
Gets
peel.
ground
It
up.
peels.
It's just like a weird plant-based.
Yes.
That's the one that Aiden's mom will have for them whenever they have family dinner, because like they're both dairy-free. It always says that. It never spreads. It always just like the weird crumbles.
It stops. And then they're like, well, fuck your bread up.
Yeah. Well, we're
not-
using it on bread usually. I'm usually using it to cook, or like I will make some toast, and the toast has to be like piping hot. Coming
Yeah.
out.
Or because you gotta let it sit on there so it like
Exactly.
melts. I'm still gonna live by the well, you can eat country crock because it's not
It usually has
full butter.
soybean oil in it.
hmm.
And
Hasn't-
soy.
It hasn't killed me yet.
I know.
I'm so tell you right now. I'm making it to my 40th year so far. A few more months, and I think I'm gonna be okay.
Yes. Blessed are we.
So I will continue to keep rocking with that country crock. Let me tell you.
I mean, I grew up on it, so I'm no hate here. Honestly, I didn't even realize that it wasn't actually butter. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, could have fooled me. You did fool me.
Macy's mind is blown right now.
You did fool me. I am fooled. I am bamboozled.
I'm just wondering how Bar Rambo had me on all the things that were fake and not real foods. Okay, no.
Spray cheese, did you have that too? The spray cheese on top of broccoli.
Not real mayo. We were a Miracle Whip family.
Ugh.
Yeah.
See, that's where you lose me.
What
Yeah.
about, did you guys ever get into the I can't believe it's not butter?
Yes, the spray.
The
The spray.
New top.
Yes. Barb was
yes,
really
we
into
love
that.
the spray.
She was in her dieting phase of life where all she was eating was soups.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
you dieted though, did that mean if she dieted, did that mean that you were also dieting?
That meant everyone in the house was dieting. You could have been age 8. It didn't matter. This is where diet culture goes wrong for everyone.
This is where when I talk about millennials having eating disorders comes into play. This is example A. This is how it starts. It starts at the parents.
Thanks, Barb.
It doesn't come out of nowhere.
No, 100,000,000%. And I 100% have very similar eating habits to my mother now. So, thanks. But still to this day, country crock.
So good.
I've gotten better. I still don't like mayo. We all know this about me. I'm getting better though. I do eat things that have mayo in them.
What about it? Because you're not used to that being actual, like the mayo that you
Made
grew
of
up on.
the things that country crack.
Like literally, it's just like fluffed up
with an
inside.
egg. With an egg.
They whipped the egg instead.
I'm gonna look up.
I
the
think
difference.
for me it's like the consistency.
Okay, but
I think it's the consistency.
will you still eat Miracle Whip?
And well, no, I didn't like it on sandwiches or anything like that. I would only ever have it in like a tuna fish or like a
So it traumatized So it traumatized you is what I
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I didn't eat mayo on anything or in any form for many years.
Jizz it up. I love
I know we've had this conversation. I just recently got into the mayo world, but I want like
She's
a
baby
dab. I want like a dab of mayo. I don't want you to. I don't want you to Subway that shit where you glob it on the whole sandwich and it's dripping.
And you know stuff. No, I'm a person when I go to Subway, I ask for extra mayo.
No,
I has to be oozing out the sides.
Show
I need a one swipe and one swipe.
your favorite.
I mean, that all looks amazing.
Really?
You know? I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that list. We have purified water, soybean oil, palm kernel. I have no idea what the fuck that is. Salt, soy, vinegar, natural flavors, vitamin A, and beta carotene. I have no idea what that is, but it all sounds like finger looking good.
All I can read is the bottom thing that says the country crock is made with plant-based oils, so it contains less saturated fat and zero cholesterol than dairy butter.
That's all we need to know.
That's all we need to know. It's
Essential.
also free of gluten. So there you go. Dairy and lactose.
Delightful.
It's dairy free.
Yeah.
Wow, Aiden could have been eating that butter at my house the entire time.
Yeah, you could tell him.
Bless you.
Probably didn't want the palm kernel oil.
What is it?
By natural flavors, which isn't even actual natural flavor.
What is natural flavors though? Is that like popcorn butter flavoring? Like, did they go to the movies and ground that shit up or something?
Kind of that situation. We don't need to talk about ingredients right now.
Well, it brings us to how was everyone's holidays, where you ate a lot of foods that are going to be very different from each other, considering all of our dietary restrictions.
Well, you guys know me. I ate fucking everything, so I don't know what that was all about. I had still currently eating all of it, but it is in my New Year's resolution to go completely dairy free, and stuff like that really motivates me. So, anyways. Back to square one. I had some turkey, which I made the turkey myself. Very good. I made a garlic herb butter, which I don't know if you guys know Teeny from TikTok, but she does like recipes and stuff.
I love Teeny. She was getting some hate recently about her
mac and cheese. I made that shit and it was fire. People don't know how to do a roux. That's the problem.
It's very close to Luke's mac and cheese, his homemade mac and cheese. Because my cousins had me watch it. I said, oh, it's like Luke's mac.
My only problem with it is I needed to add a little bit more milk to make it a little bit creamier. It was a little bit more on like the cheese was really cheese inside. So that's how I would tweak it. But I had
kinds of cheeses did you use?
I used 3 kinds. So Colby Jack, cheddar, sharp cheddar, and then mozzarella. They're all the blocks though, and then you have to grate them yourself because if you don't, it's gonna be starchy and it's gonna fuck up your mac and cheese. I am very passionate about my mac and cheese. Anyways, I didn't have that though for Thanksgiving. I had it for Friendsgiving. But I had the turkey that I made with the herb butter. It was phenomenal. Great turkey. Probably the best turkey that I've made so far. And then stuffing, which we got from Dunning's.
Stuffing from Dunning's is
really good. We had that from them. And then my sister made her casserole, which is just like potatoes, chicken, cheese, sour cream, and then like can of mushroom soup, which honestly is so good. Like it's so bad for you, but so good.
Those sound like the casseroles of my childhood.
And I love it.
So Midwest about like casseroles. Like,
why are casseroles hated on so much when like can honestly be so fucking good? And then they give you meals for like days.
Probably the ingredient choices.
It's so high in
fat
and like they're calorie high also. Like it's not something we really thought of back in the day, but like all of that stuff is like, it's like almost like the Paula Deen of cooking. It feels like, they're like, but it's not just one. It's like every single one of them is like that. And I think that's what it is.
I think so fair, but Thanksgiving, every rule out the door for me. I am going down and I'm knobbing.
Oh, yes.
I'm nibbling. So good though. But yeah, that was mine. And then we had like mashed potatoes or something. But yeah, it was yummy.
Sounds nice.
Sounds lovely.
I have not been feeling great. So I ate very minimally. But I did. We had a lot of food. My mom makes 3 casseroles. I got my turkey from the farm. I got the Kevin's gravy. Do you know that brand, Kevin's?
No.
It comes in like a box like this. And usually it's like shredded pulled pork or Mongolian beef or something.
In the gravy?
No.
I thought you were about to be like box wining it up or something with the gravy.
No.
I'm so confused.
This is a brand. And it's at like Target, Whole Foods, Costco. And it's mostly like paleo or dairy free. Well, Kevin had a gravy and the gravy was delicious. So
wonderful.
We had that. Lots of other things. It was great. It was very easy. My family's very easy on Thanksgiving.
I am one of the 1%ers of the world that don't like Thanksgiving food.
How?
I don't eat turkey.
Oh.
Which is weird to say because I eat turkey lunch meat.
I love turkey.
This is Kevin's.
I've never seen it.
I've had to see this.
I've never seen it.
Wow.
Well, now I'll look for it.
Well, now it'll just pop out to you constantly.
Yeah. Now look at it.
You'll never
see ads for it. Kevin's.
It's always at Target.
Yeah, I'll look for it. Awesome. Yeah, I don't do turkey. I like turkey lunch meat, which I know feels very weird to say, but
it's different.
It's different.
Turkeys are fucking dry.
Turkeys are super dry unless they're done in the deep fry.
They're cooked correctly.
They're still dry.
They're still drier.
Correctly. They just have like this different texture to them.
Yeah.
It's not like a silky meat. It's not like a ham.
I love a ham.
Wait, you said deep fried.
Ham.
Did you ever have you ever had a deep fried turkey?
Yeah. I had it this last weekend. PJ did a deep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Continue.
So, yes, I've tried many different ways because, the one thing you tell a human is you don't like something and they will have you try it 17 different ways to try to convince you that you do like it. Just like steak. I don't eat much red meat at all. And actually I'm allergic to it. And for most of my life, I didn't eat steak to begin with. And I was almost pretty much a vegetarian. But all growing up, every boyfriend I had, every boyfriend's family would always be like, no, you got to try this steak. It's just that you just haven't had it right.
Well,
You just will like this steak better.
I think that is a fair point to an extent.
It might taste better, but it doesn't mean that
But
you
it's
just sit there and
also-
eat steak every time.
Just don't like it.
It just also depends on the cut and how it's cooked. And also, if you just don't like steak, like some people just don't like steak, which is so fair.
I just don't like red meat.
I mean, cut to all of the people in our lives who have other forms of IBS like us, who then have issues after they eat said red meat steak sitting in their gullet.
Yeah.
I think we just automatically think of that as we're about to ingest said amazing cut of steak. And you say, that was good enough for me. I don't want to suffer later.
Well, I mean, I have like full on reactions now at this point to eating it, but that's really besides the point. I feel the same concept goes for turkey. When I say I don't like Thanksgiving turkey, is because everyone's like, no. You need to try it because I made it this way. It's going to change your mind. And it's like always just like this really funny thing where I'm like, I'm Gucci, guys. I've been on this earth for almost 40 years. And every Thanksgiving, there is a turkey. And I've tried them. Don't worry. It's not like I haven't had like a piece of somebody's new turkey that they tried a new way or that they soaked in their brine for 24 fucking hours beforehand, or they did this or they did that, or they deep fried. And I will say that so far my favorite, if I am going to have a piece of turkey, is going to be a deep fried turkey. But it's still going to be I might have a quarter of a piece of a bite of like turkey. And then I'm still going to be like, meh.
I so badly want to try a deep fried turkey, but that's fair. No, I feel the same way though with like, to be fair, with Thanksgiving, I always really go in on the things that aren't the turkey.
Yeah. I also I'm celiac. I'm technically gluten-free. I should not be eating half the shit that's on the table to begin with. I don't do gravy to begin with. I've never liked gravy. It's a consistency thing in my life. I don't put fucking gravy on none of my shit. I don't like it. Then I don't do much of the casseroles at all. Casseroles be casserole, that shit's not going to make me feel good ever. So unless there's like some form of a vegetable on the table, or I hit like the cheese or like things beforehand. Like, yes.
I
Like, I gotta get after like whatever the appetizers are. Like,
That's why I always have solid appetizers, or also like I did green beans.
I will fuck up some asparagus, some green beans, some carrots. I will mess up some of that, like some side dishes.
Like people who get upset when you don't have certain things. Because my mom she doesn't get upset, but she has to make her very 3 specific casseroles that everybody has to eat. And then she gets kind of like, well, why do we have to have all these other things? And I'm like, I'm not trying to offend you by making other things. I cannot eat all 3 of your casseroles that you make.
Amen.
So I have to make other things so that Bill and I can eat food. But also, why are you offended that there's 7,000 choices? I'm happy that there's choices for everything.
Well, it's also everybody has a different palate. And like, I think if you're going to get offended by somebody not eating your food, it's like, well, I mean, for me, I'm more just thinking about it like more leftovers for me. Like actually, please don't eat my food so I can eat the rest of it. But I also forgot we got the rosemary loaf from Little Spruce Bakery, and then we also got her dinner rolls, which were honestly probably one of my most like favorite things that I've gotten from her thus far.
good.
They were cooked perfectly. I still have 2 in my kitchen right now that I'm keeping and I'm using as like a little side and dipping in some butter. It's really good.
I do think it's really interesting in the fact that what starts to happen in families is that everyone is known for bringing like a very set situation. You know, like you start to become like the person that is known for bringing like
My mom
specific things.
My mom was the deviled eggs. She always brought the deviled egg.
Yeah, but if she didn't, like, then people would be like, where the fuck are the deviled eggs? Do you know, like, you have to have that. For my mom, it's her like green Jello. Don't ask me. I don't know what's in it.
Wait, is
the only
weird
person who
fluffy
eats
Jell-O?
it, yes, the only person who eats it is Troy anyways, but she knows that one person eats it, so she still continues to keep making it. And then at Christmas, it's a red one. It's a cranberry one. I don't, yeah, who knows? My mom is of that generation of like the Jell-O, like, generation where that was desserts. Desserts included some form of like a Jell-O based or like a pudding based. Which again is a texture thing for me. So I'm going to say negative. The only one I will fuck up is the Hawaiian one. The one that has like the marshmallows and the like.
Wait, no, I thought you meant like
That
Hawaiian
one's called
rolls.
Watergate.
Yes. They all have weird names. By the way, they don't have the name that goes along with what you think it's going to be. It's always like a very strange name.
If that's at the table, it's the first thing that I'm avoiding. Like genuinely, I will not even make, I will literally not make eye contact with the Jell-O stuff because that stuff has always freaked me out. Like I already know that I wouldn't like it because I don't love Jell-O and I don't love pudding either. And I'm like, they just shouldn't be a thing. Like
I don't think that one has Jell-O in it. And I think that's the why I like it because I think it's like a Cool Whip based.
It is a Cool Whip.
Yeah.
And I
you
feel
would like
it's
the Cool Whip. And you would like the pure form of sugar.
It is because Sam and Carrie's mom has Watergate at every occasion. And I'm pretty sure it's Cool Whip with the pistachio pudding mix whipped into it.
I need to look
And then
this
with
up.
all the other things. Wait, how were the dips? Because me and
Oh my gosh.
same dips.
By the way, my family, I was nice enough to bring in the pimento cheese for them, and then I kept the one for myself.
I got French onions.
The pimento went like fire. It was hotcakes. It was so
It's like a dip.
good. When everyone in my family was like, "What's this one? What's this one?" And it went so fast. And Jenny was like, "Can everyone stop eating it so there's leftovers from my house?" It was really good.
It was
Like
very good.
it was very
Me and
good.
Alicia got dips from the Gourmet Goddess, who
Yeah.
had like a special like buy dips for Thanksgiving kind of a thing where we did a pickup.
Is this a small business
It's a small
on
business.
social media?
Yeah, she's a caterer. She's like one of my market friends that I met a long time ago. And she does small party catering. She does specialty things. She also does charcuterie board classes. Her name's Katie. And these dips are ridiculous. We got the French onion and we got the pimento cheese. And it was like, you know, the old school pimento cheese kind of dip that's harder cheese that you like scoop onto a cracker. And it was really, really good. I love the French onion dip as well.
She's looking up what's in Watergate.
I am. And actually, I think my family did the ambrosia, not the Watergate.
Ambrosia with the cherries.
Yes.
Yeah, Watergate does not have
Yes.
cherries.
And it has more of the coconut flavor,
Mhm.
which I was starting to realize. I was like, I don't think my family had this one.
I was going to be shocked because Watergate has pineapple in it. And Olivia
Yes.
does not even
They don't
really
do
like
pineapple.
pineapple.
They're 1,000,000% coconut. And so I started reading, I was like, oh no, we did the ambrosia.
That always reminds me of Edward Scissorhands when she's like, "Did you try the ambrosia yet?"
So delicious.
I like that.
It is so fun.
Like they gave these things like such like extravagant names.
Asked you, have you had ambrosia salad? You'd be like, what the fuck is that?
It's like a very like high end dish, and to me, it's like almost seems like of the generation that like just threw a bunch of shit together and said it was good, but it's actually pretty fucking awful.
Those ones I'll get behind. I will get behind the Cool Whip based salad.
Well, it's like dirt salad.
Oh yes.
Cool Whip is like, who doesn't like Cool Whip? Like genuinely like that. Obviously you'd like that one. And then coconut, like
Yeah.
it's just game. Like that is like
Yeah.
literally like right up your fucking ass.
My language.
Yes.
But yes, I mean, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, filled with lots of family time, lots of friend time.
Prepare for the next one because it is rolling in hot.
It really is.
Why do they do that? Like, why did they do that?
I
Like,
don't think there's a day. I think it just
who though? Somebody
it's just like a rule.
Say-
Thursdays fall.
the same way that decided like who decided that Thanksgiving would fall on the 28th this year? Somebody had to.
Well, I think it's the day that we like ravaged the lands, and technically we really shouldn't be celebrating it to
I
begin
think
with.
it's the last Thursday of the month. That's how I think it rolls.
Oh yeah,
It is the last Thursday of the month, but I mean, why didn't they celebrate? Like, we don't need to get into like the.
I think we're just still celebrating our gluttonous.
I think
human.
also celebrating family. Like I think it's about family a lot. It's about being grateful for the things in life. At least that's how I look at it. I never think, oh my God, we're having a feast like the Pilgrims did. Like, no.
No, I don't think anybody really thinks about
Technically,
that.
we are.
I do think, yeah, we have morphed it into being a family affair. It's real. How do you just like all of a sudden we just stop Thanksgiving? Is everybody cool with us stopping Thanksgiving?
You know what? I think there'd be a good mass of humans in the world that would be okay with us stopping like
Including Alicia. Do you like
Please, can we make another holiday that doesn't involve a fucking turkey?
our family's gonna be like, well, I guess you just don't want to see us then.
Sounds great.
Hi.
Pizza day.
It's like a pizza Friday. Like you just do a pizza Friday or pizza Thursday instead, I guess, instead of doing Thanksgiving.
Sounds
Wouldn't feel so rushed to get into like the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Because of, but I'm more saying like who, why back to back? You know, like it could have been like September.
Yes.
We're going into like the fall.
One celebrates one thing, the other one is going into like Christianity. So now you're into like a whole different.
Which is also why, because like I am not like celebrating like Catholicism or Christianity for that matter, and I don't know.
This is feeling like a mute subject to this point.
Indeed.
Of the whys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like,
it's really going on.
I feel like that's really, it's really hard to answer Macy's why is because you'd really have to go back. You'd have to dig back into like the why you're actually celebrating any of those. And if you actually thought about it, you wouldn't be celebrating them.
Because like, what if it was just a holiday of like being grateful and giving to one another? Like, what if it did morph into that?
But I think that's what Giving Tuesday is.
Yeah, I think that's why they created all of the other like little small biz Saturday and all of the things like that surrounding all of the holidays to be like, well, celebrate. Bless you.
Sorry.
What is everyone's favorite thing about the holidays? Like in general, like, do you guys have a favorite? I know that in our profession, it gets really hard because holidays are very hectic. They're very trying. They can be very busy and they're very stressful. Do you guys have anything that's like your favorite thing about the holidays?
No, I'm just kidding.
When they're over.
I love
Just kidding.
decorating. I have a child, so it obviously makes it more exciting because of her, because she's young and she still enjoys things, as opposed to like maybe 10 years from now when she's an asshole and I won't be able to enjoy it again. But I feel like I like all the decorating. I like all the get-togethers, like the fun things. You just have to also force yourself into doing things like that. That's what's hard about it. Is like, oh, I don't have time. And then you don't plan. And then it's here in 3 weeks. And then boom, we're done.
I'm weirdly not a procrastinator in a lot of other aspects of my life. But when it comes to the holidays of like gift preparation or things of that nature, I am one of the worst procrastinators. And it's not like it's like, oh, I forgot it was coming. It's
You knew.
yeah.
You just, it's almost like an ADHD thing where like you put it off to the very fucking last minute.
Yeah, like I always think I'm gonna have more time than I do. And also I think I also never want to rush the feeling of the holiday. So like buying Christmas gifts in October just doesn't feel right. Like I don't enjoy it.
Okay, real question. Have you bought any of your Christmas presents?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, you want to know something about me? I have not bought one.
But I haven't sent out my Christmas cards yet. I haven't even gotten them together. I'm like, am I even going to do that this year? One of my favorite things is a very big guilty pleasure. It is Christmas movies. I fucking love Christmas movies. Hallmark, not Hallmark, the new Netflix ones, Amazon Prime. I'll take any of them. I love a good Christmas movie.
Let me ask you this. What is your favorite Christmas movie? You have to pick one.
Oh, how do you pick one?
Oh, no.
You have to pick one.
I can't pick one.
How
I can't pick one.
Christmas movies.
Okay, already. Hold on. I have already watched like 15.
Gun to your head. You have to pick one.
Oh, no.
The
Because
Preacher's
you're
Wife.
done. You're fucking
The Preacher's Wife. The Preacher's Wife.
What's yours?
I think because I keep watching it on repeat, it's either going to be Holiday. I think that's super cute. Or something from Tiffany's. Have you guys seen that one?
No.
Super cute. I really like that one.
Holiday is a good one, but I've
Holiday's
never
great.
never watched the something from Tiffany's.
That one's Amazon
What's
original.
the other one? The Holiday is a good. With Kate Winslet.
I love that. Solid.
It's a great one. Jack.
I'm going to tell you that I have movies that I have to watch every year. One of them is While You Were Sleeping. Classic.
That's on the
Classic. Family Stone.
Family Store. That's shocking.
I love that movie. It's like a little sad. Mom's sick. Kids are together. Then they swap brothers. I mean, what?
I've never heard of those.
You should watch it. It's a great one. That's one of my classic have to watch every holiday also. And like those are ones that I have to make it in my while I'm watching new like rom-com-y. I have to fill in with my classics.
Who's the mom? Jane Fonda?
No, Diane Keaton.
What?
Is that who that is?
Okay.
From Family Stone?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, it's got everyone. Rachel McAdams. It's got Sarah Jessica Parker. It's got Nora's boyfriend.
Dermot Mulroney?
Yes.
You knew. You
That
knew.
is classic. I just have my phase, but like Luke gets tired of watching them because it's every season. So he's been with me for so many seasons now that he's like, dude, he's fucking over this. But now I've watched so many Hallmark movies that he can pick out he remembers the Hallmark actors from other movies when we watch them in other things now. And that's how you know I love it. I love it. You know what? I love a movie that ends so nicely. That's what I need this.
She's doubling down on this. I love it. Like, oh my God.
Just we all need that. We all stay in a small town where a girl has to go that she doesn't want to unwillingly to go help out a family member and then falls in love with a very attractive somehow single human being there, and just the whole town somehow in cahoots to get her to stay. I mean, what?
That's what dreams are made of.
That is what dreams are fucking made of.
Macy, what is your favorite?
My favorite is actually going around and seeing all the holiday lights. I really love the holiday lights. I did not realize how much I love decorations. Especially around here in Flossmoor when they do like the across the street like lights, like the canopy of lights. I love that.
It's in my neighborhood.
Even like now I'm looking outside and like they have like all the trees wrapped in lights, and our window, like right now our window display is beautiful, and that's also has a bunch of lights and trees in it. And then I also went to a bar in the city. It's like the elfed out bars, and I love them. Like there's just like, it's literally Christmas threw up all over them, and genuinely love that. And I also love that it's just family, and I love spending time with people, and I love that this time of year is just so many people together because I don't feel alone.
There feels something more magical about Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Glittery lights.
I love it.
That's so cute.
I will say, as always does every time this year, it comes to a close.
Mm-hmm. It does.
And that being said, so will our season of On the Floor with Little Fern. Yeah.
Some people don't want the year to come to a close. Some people do.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for next year. I'm ready to see what next year has in store for us.
I think that this year was really hard for all of us in different ways. And I'm really excited to see next year and like, I think start off on a good fit. It's like nice. It's sometimes resets are really nice. And I think it's nice to have a reset almost.
Yes.
Amen.
We're going to have a great reset.
I think it's going to be great. I think our next, I don't know if you're a person who sets goals. I am. I set personal goals instead of resolutions. I set goals for the new year. Me and Luke set like family goals. And it's like a really fun thing we've been doing for as long as we've been together. So
I adopt that.
it's a great thing to do. I think everyone should.
Bill and I would not take each other serious. Did that.
Well, because Bill's goal is airplane.
Getting on an airplane.
No, owning one.
We're getting closer and closer, guys.
I'm really proud of having Nora and Bill as my friends. So that I as well can get closer and closer to
I'm ready for Daddy Bill to
So-
his goals as well.
Wow, I am really proud of Daddy Bill and Brother Bill. Daddy Bill,
Daddy Warbucks. It's because we're in the season of holiday and it's giving Daddy Warbucks. But wait, is he like thinking about PJing it?
It's like a joke he's been having.
Okay, but like, is it a joke that will come to fruition though, eventually?
Fingers crossed. But then when I mentioned that we should look into what a PJ would cost us to fly to the Smoky Mountains this summer, and he's like, that will be very expensive. So then all of a sudden the PJ is just this thing.
Well, that's renting a PJ, not actually buying a PJ and
Well,
having a PJ.
I don't know that people actually.
I don't think they do. They rent them.
hire-
They lease them. Yeah. I don't know that people
They
actually
just
own them.
hire,
Yeah. The pilot?
pilot.
Yes.
I flapped my wings.
You know, speaking of, my cousin's fiance is a pilot.
Oh, we
So we have
have
him.
of Gary International.
He is. That's where he's doing all of his stuff right now. Yeah.
Well,
So I thought about it when we were talking about it. I said, we'll keep doing mine because
Okay, well then,
you'll be our pilot.
in the goals, what is everybody's goal for next year? If we're ending out the pod and new beginnings, what's your goal? Or goals?
I'm going to speak first because I don't set goals.
Love this.
I don't like letdowns. And that's what sometimes I view as goals. If I can't meet the expectation, then I'm going to be really upset with myself. So I just make it like a day-to-day thing, or like this came into my viewpoint and this is what I'm going to achieve because I saw it and I'm going to take advantage of it, kind of a thing. But I'm not a goal setter, which is probably a terrible thing.
Well, then I guess to phrase it better for you, what is something that you want to work towards? Or it could be the littlest bit or the biggest bit. Like, it doesn't have to have any expectations.
Making it to the end of the year.
Hell
Love
yeah.
that. It's a good one.
Amazing. Love that for you. Leash.
Sometimes it's just got to be day by day. I am striving to be completely debt free. So that is one of my major goals. That's a major goal for me, as I still like to travel and do things. So, you know, they don't always see eye to eye, the two. But that's one of my bigger goals next year. And a smaller goal for Little Fern is growth. I would like us to grow, not into a gigantic fern, but maybe like a medium-sized fern.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the same for like me. I'm looking for personal growth, I think. And however that decides to show up, just taking more steps to be like a little bit more happier, I think. And not consistently, because I know happiness is a feeling and not a thing that you can achieve all the time, but just do things that make me happy. Be confident in myself more. All things surrounding like that sort of thing, because it's a thing that I really struggled with this year. So just being a better version of myself next year.
I think that's what we all want to do. Constantly.
Yeah.
I think that's why I say I don't have goals, because you always want to be better and do better.
Yeah.
So I guess I just don't see a benefit for me in pushing a goal that oh, I already know I'm going to achieve that anyway. Also, I'm not going to set a lofty goal that I'm not going to achieve. Taking it day to day, then you see things pop up. You see different opportunities. A year is a long span of time.
I also want to be completely dairy free. So that's one that's more, I would say, more like something that I can actually physically work towards, because I think personal growth is something that's a journey, and that's not something that happens overnight. And, you know, one step forward, two step backs, whatever. I cannot talk right now, guys. Anyways.
Problem. We're going to have to end the show.
Well, we hope that your next year is filled with a lot of goals, whether or not they're daily goals, whether or not they're no goals, to have zero goals, or very lofty goals. And we hope that you stick around to hang out with us the next go around. That felt weird. I don't know. Next season?
We'll be
the
back.
next era of Little Fern. Until then, we'll see ya.
They're not forgetting their jackets.
It's too fucking cold out. It's too fucking cold. I was gonna say, don't forget your jacket, but we know this. We know the drill.
Coat
You're gonna get your jacket.
air dry than it's ever been. Agnes is missing.
Not forget your gifts for your family, because we hope that in this season you are shopping small, thinking about all of your friends who own businesses, supporting them, creating those relationships, nurturing those, because, you know, those are the ones that matter. So go support your friends who own things, please. Just in general. And have a great New Year. Bye.
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 It's Nora, Alicia, and Macy.
We are a girly podcast and we are on the floor.
Did I go the wrong way?